guys are just so incredibly classy compared to a Misha College convention. I mean, so the difference of energy of Misha sliding up here, and here you are, clean, fresh, caring. It's so delightful change of pace.
We debated on fucking up our timing and coming out before you announced it.
What? How dare you? We've got it down to a science. We've rehearsed it for weeks. We're ready to do this. All right, take over, kids.
This is so much brighter than every other.
Yeah. How's everyone doing? Hey.
Everybody see the parade outside?
Incredible. Absolutely
Awesome.
incredible.
Oh.
Thing. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, sure. We can start with some questions.
Yeah, let's like. Which side? Okay, this side first. Okay.
That side.
So, first, I just needed to let you guys know, I'm going to make it real quick. My husband has PTSD, and watching you guys do that on the show really, it meant a lot because it was real. And I really, really appreciate that because there's not enough information in the world about that. So thank you so much for that. My question. I am a teacher, and at school our theme this year is Color the World with Kindness, and we're having our kids color a crayon and we're putting a picture on it. So my question to you is, what color would you color your crayon or colors?
I'm a big fan of green. So I would go green for sure. Yeah. The green fans out there.
I'd probably do blue. I really like blue. Yeah, every time I am doing something with my friends or like painting, I always do like an ocean sunset. Super basic, but yeah, so I do blue. Yeah.
I think I do probably like an orange. Just something bright. Also in honor of Nida. That's actually her favorite color. But yeah, I think I'd probably go towards that color. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
So one of my favorite parts of the show was when they're just placing my favorite decade. And I was wondering if you could have been born in a different decade and lived then, what decade would you pick?
Definitely the 90s, I would say.
Yeah.
I was born right in the year 2000, so I can't even be like, yeah!
10 years.
No, well, yeah, I think so. Because all of my favorite music is like the 90s, or even early 2000s. Like, I wish I was a teenager in the early 2000s, does that make sense? I don't? Okay, never mind. Maybe just the internet makes it look like it was a great time. But now I've started to see like kids now romanticizing like, oh my god, I wish I grew up in like the 2010s. And I'm like, like that's crazy. So yeah. Anyways, I would say yeah, the 90s. Woo!
I would probably say like the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
Just in time to get drafted for Vietnam. Don't want to miss out on that. But no, I feel like the music, the drug scene.
Oh yeah.
What else do you?
Oh, yeah.
She said it was great. It was great.
I think I would. I think I would say the 80s. Okay, I'm literally taking it as in like you literally took Jojo now and put them in a different era, like or in a different like time. And I think I would probably like just fit right in the 80s. I think I would. Yeah.
You're great in a hairband.
Yeah, like who I am kind of right now is not far off, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I would say the 80s. There's a part of me that's like, oh gosh, but the 1930s or something like that. But that was a very different time.
Right.
Of course, but like, I don't
the
know,
swing dancing.
but swing dancing and all those old cinemas, movies and such, and the age of Hollywood at that time. I would just, I would have wanted to be more like a fly on the wall there, or like a day in 1930s Hollywood or LA or
Like the
something.
Dust Bowl for the Fresh. All that aside, the music was so.
The music was amazing. No, I would stick with 80s for sure. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi. So I'm making every other person at this convention get really, really sick of me, but I'm on a mission, and I need to see it to completion. So you go into your attic.
Oh God.
A lot of people know what's coming and they're sick of me asking people this, but you go into your attic. Would you rather find one human stranger that you don't know anything about, an adult human stranger you don't know anything about, or 1,000 cockroaches?
It depends on the stranger. Like, how strange are we talking?
You don't get any additional information
Ah.
It's just, yeah.
about the adult stranger. They could be nice, they could be...
Yeah, what if it's just
I,
like just what if the person's really scary?
Yeah, what if we're like one of those like squatting rights kind of people?
Yeah.
You can't get me out of here. Like,
That's scary. But then cockroaches.
yeah, that's... Well,
I
you just
would-
gotta bomb your house, right? With cockroach? Like, not like that.
What?
Like the tent, like the cockroach bomb. Yeah, like you know the big tents that go over? That's for cockroaches, right? Yeah.
I feel like in theory I would just pick a person. I think I would.
I think I would too.
Because 1,000 cockroaches, like I think I would have a heart attack. That's a crazy sight.
I don't.
But also a random person. That's terrifying too. Huh. I would pick a stranger, I think.
I think I would.
Final
too.
answer.
Final answer.
Cockroaches all.
Woo!
On support, let's go.
I've asked this a lot. I've got like, I think now it's like 4 people would rather find person and 3 people would rather find cockroach. All right. So we're starting to even it out.
Do what you will with that information.
It's going to make it ground. It's going to be really upsetting.
Amazing.
Hi. Hello.
I have questions for all 3 of you, but Meg, you did a trilogy of TV musicals. Unironically love them, we were talking about them in line. And I was wondering if you guys do or do not like musicals. If you do, what's your favorite and why?
Oh my god. Here we go.
We were just talking about that in our meet and greet, actually. Drake, you should start, actually.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Fucking suck.
Opinion, strong opinion.
Yeah, I appreciate musicals. I don't particularly enjoy them.
Fair enough.
But out of that, I've seen Book of Mormon and Wicked.
Okay, Book of Mormon is fantastic.
Book of Mormon was, yeah, it was great. Wicked was like an acid trip. Except I didn't remember taking the acid. So it was a little frightening.
Yeah, the monkeys scared him.
Yeah, they like swing from behind you like on these ropes. Nobody tells you that, you know. No, you have no idea what's happening.
It was one of the best things, actually, to sit in there, and I know how it goes. Meg and I know the show very well, because we know it, and like, just to like, at moments, I would just be sitting there and just turn to see Drake's reactions to certain things. Like, literally, what he's just describing, like, flying monkeys just, like, going across, and he literally just, like, did not know what to do with himself. It was quite hilarious. It was funny.
It's like, where do you look at that point? You know, like, it's on stage, but it's also behind you, and then, like, the whole rest of the show, I'm like, where are these motherfuckers coming from? I'm on edge the whole time.
My favorite musical is Rent. Yay! I love it. I love the movie. I love community theater productions. I love the Broadway, off-Broadway, you know, any version. I love it so much. So I would say Rent, and Book of Mormon too, because that's just my humor to a T. So yeah, I'd say.
I also really love Rent. It's really fantastic. I think if I had to choose any other show right now, it would have to probably be it's a show called Company. Hey, okay, we know Company. I was not expecting anybody to know. But by the incredible Stephen Sondheim, rest in peace. Incredible show about, you know, love and relationships in your 30s, and it's really freaking amazing. And a recent revival was on Broadway, and it was insane. Absolutely beautiful. That would be my answer.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hello. So the cockroach thing, I've experienced the whole 1,000 cockroaches, so don't go there.
My answers are locked.
Already in the spreadsheet.
It's too late, it's too late.
So my question is, I've been on strike before. We were on strike about a year and a half ago as teachers, and we got, the one highlight we had was people would bring us food. So for you guys, is there any food that's been brought to you that's been amazing? Ours was sambusa, so.
Like on the street
On the
line.
strike, we were
Yeah, on the strike line.
Yeah, it was on the strike line.
Oh, I was like, to my house.
It was,
Well, out in LA they had the pie truck
Yeah, Jensen paid for a pie truck.
for the recent SAG strike that we did.
Yeah, so they did pie and coffee.
Pie and coffee
Yeah, the
started
coffee
there.
trucks are so good. So, gives you a lot of energy. I'm trying to think. The free smart water was great. That was delicious. I'm trying to think what else. The pie was great.
I mean, they have like falafels and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so I would say that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the pie truck, I think coffee's definitely good.
Yeah, shout out to pie.
Is it hot?
yeah. No, I'm talking about weather-wise.
Oh my god, it's miserable.
We
Yeah.
had like one day it was 60 degrees and then all of a sudden it was snowing and cold, so.
Whoa.
There with that.
Yeah, we have the opposite. By like 12 o'clock, it's like everyone sweats through their shirt. We change it 3 times over.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
Yeah, LA this summer has been wild, so.
I feel like striking in general. No, I hope it ends you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, I was just wondering when you guys first met on the show we cannot talk about, what your initial reactions were to each other?
Well, I knew about. I met Nita first, actually, and I immediately we got along really well. But when I first met Meg, I was a little concerned for her level. No, I was concerned because there's a certain stigma that surrounds like a large majority of like a Disney actor. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get, and I try not to judge from that. I feel like I was successful in that. But when I met her, I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Her humor was like fucking awesome. And then, Jojo, did we meet in New Orleans? Yeah, I feel like we all just hit it off really well. We started watching horror movies.
Horror shows Marianne.
Oh, I couldn't do
Y'all
it.
know Marianne that's on Netflix?
Terrifying.
Somebody. It's terrifying.
It's a French horror. It's definitely worth watching. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
shit.
don't watch it. Do not watch it.
Nothing, I'm sorry.
Whatever you do.
Can we do the opposite of promote? Can we just talk shit about stuff?
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
I think when I saw Jojo, I was like, oh my god, slay Peter Kid. I was really excited. Because I knew we were just going to be singing all day, which is what happened. And then, yeah, with Drake, you were a lot taller than I thought. When we met, because we got dinner, you, me, and Nida, because we're in LA, Jojo's in New York. And yeah, I was like, oh no. Because I just came off of a musical that I will not name, where the other actor was 6'3" as well. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be on Apple boxes the entire time. And my neck's going to hurt. So that was my thought. That was my first impression. You?
Yeah, the first person I ever met was Nida. I think we were the first 2 cast, I believe. So we FaceTimed together. We were put in touch with one another and we started chatting, and that was like instant chemistry right there. Like we just got along super, super well. And then when it came to meeting Meg and Drake, it was in New Orleans. And I think overall, even with Nida and with everyone, I think my first impression was just I'm just so intimidated. There was something about the fact that everyone here had done this, they had worked in this realm of entertainment, and I had never done that. So it was very scary, but also exciting all at the same time, and they were nothing but lovely and supportive through it all. So overall, intimidated, but then they became the sweetest humans to be around, and they're lovely. So.
Technically, our first meeting was the chemistry reads, no? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, the first time Meg and I met, it's a funny story. She asked me on a date.
I literally didn't.
She did, though.
No, I
And it's somewhere recorded as proof.
didn't. Jen Smith and Neil tease me about it all the time, and I swear, whatever. Tell the story.
So, like, we did, I mean, well, I think I did a total of like 28 chemistry reads, like, over Zoom. So, if you're not familiar with Zoom, it's like FaceTime, and if you're not familiar with FaceTime, well. But so basically, like, there would be Jensen's, Neil, Robbie, our director, Glenn, and then a couple other producers on the Zoom call, but they would all have their screens on, like, black. So we couldn't see them. All we could see was each other, and then sometimes when they would speak, they would come on camera. And so in between takes, what they would do is they would mute themselves and hide their video, and they had their own separate phone call where they would, like, discuss, like, hey, like, da-da-da-da-da. And in that time, they're also kind of watching to see, like, okay, are they talking, like, do they have chemistry, like, or is it just super stale? And so we were talking, and Meg was like, I think the quote was, like, she, like, verbatim was like, we should go to New York together.
No! Okay, wait. There's like a lot of context needed.
No, you skipped straight to that.
No.
The words
No.
that-
I was like, where are you from? And he's like, I've moved 28 times over the Midwest. I'm like, military kid? He's like, no. My dad's a casino boat pilot, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, where are you from? I'm like, New York. And he's like, I've never been. I was like, well, we should go some. Oh, yeah. No, I was just so nervous. I was like, okay, we need to have chemistry. So I was like, we should go sometime.
And so behind that, I think Jensen tells the story, like, they were all talking on the phone, and then I think Jensen's like, did Meg just ask Drake out? I think so. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So that was our first meeting. I kind of shit my pants. I was like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, you were like, yeah. But then we had something for a show that I will not name in New York.
Yeah.
So
it ended up happening. Yeah.
Woo!
There it is. Amazing, thanks.
But yeah, thank you.
Thank you. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Hi, y'all. So I was wondering if you guys have ever been starstruck by anyone before.
Beyonce. I just went to Renaissance. I just went and saw her concert, and it was one of those things where I was just looking at her and my mouth was on the floor. Like, just like, I didn't meet her, I didn't talk to her, like, or anything like that. I just, from watching her on stage, it was just like, unbelievable. The queen. Beautiful.
Did the crowd go mute?
Yes, they did! Oh my god, it was one of the funniest things. I think one person made a noise and someone went, shut the fuck up. It was good. It was so funny. Literally, I love the intensity of people in that moment too, because they are cutthroat about it. And if you make a noise, you're done. You are done. You're cast out of the beehive. It's incredible. It was funny.
I feel like definitely when we filmed the show that can't be mentioned, like having Jensen behind the monitor and having like grown up and playing someone from that franchise, and then just like whenever we'd be done with the scene, like I would look over and he would just be like from behind the camera. It was definitely like, it just felt like so much pressure, especially for the first time that I ever said saving people honey things, like the family business. I remember he like walked in, he was like, yes. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I think probably Mike Tyson. Explain. I walked into a restaurant. He was just sitting right there at a table with all of his friends, and I just like stopped in my tracks and I was like, and he didn't look at anybody, because the whole restaurant was just looking at him, and he wasn't looking at anybody but the people at the table, and it was really cool. I'm like, I want to do that because I'm so nosy. I'm always looking at everybody, and I was like, I admire that. But anyways, yeah, I was really starstruck, but also terrified. So, this is Mike Tyson. And his tattoo looked great. So, that's my story.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I actually got to see you guys just a little bit ago, and I was able to give you the pride pin. But I was wondering.
I put it on right away. Thank you so much for it. This is the pride pin that she gave me.
I was just wondering what your guys' either favorite book trope or book series to read.
I love Diary of a Wimpy Kid when I was little. That was the best. The cheese touch.
We did those like, the CW does these like let me ask you as many questions as I can under 45 seconds from the promo for the show that we did. And I shit my pants, I lied on every single question. It was just the first thing that came to mind. I was like, and one of the questions was favorite book series. I haven't read the book series Narnia since I was like, I have read it. But I haven't read it that long, and I love them, but not, I'm not like an avid Narnia.
Perks of Being a Wallflower I really love. Such a good book and movie.
I mean, Harry Potter.
Woo!
I did like Harry Potter a lot growing up. Yeah! J.K. Rowling we dismissed for a second, but the story itself is quite amazing. I also really do love. Wait, what's the other one though that I was just thinking about? Damn it! It was that one, and it was shit. Oh my god! No! Oh no! Twilight. Twilight books. I love those too.
I also love Hunger Games. Like when I was 11, I would dress up as, I would go into Central Park and like wear like a leather jacket and braids, and I'd be like I thought I was Katniss.
Everyone thought she was just a feral woman.
A feral child coming out of the woods, yeah. So that was kind of embarrassing, but.
They're all amazing book choices. I've read all of them, so.
Oh, great! Awesome, thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
My question was, in the movie We Cannot Speak of the second one, how did you make your hair glow? Glow at the end.
Oh, I see. I know what you're talking about. How did I make my hair grow? Glow. Oh,
A lot of practice.
a lot of practice. Magic, no. It was the magic of CGI. And also kind of like lighting around the den that I cannot talk about. There was like a lot of lighting and like special effects. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Cute.
Hi. I have to start by saying, if you love the Twilight series, we went and stayed with the Quileutes this summer.
Oh.
On the Push Beach, you can stay.
That is so cool.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Wow.
I did not even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. And it's gorgeous. It's the real LaPush, the real Quileutes. They will
LaPush.
So, Jojo, I want to say thank you. As a teacher, I got to start my year this year in a very small school with your take-up space hanging on my wall and explain it to my students that they all need to take up space. And as a teacher, I would like to know who, as a teacher, touched you, or who would you like to give a shout out to, if you could, as a favorite teacher?
Major thank you, by the way. That's very, very sweet, and I love that you're carrying that message to your students.
Thank you.
And you're affecting such great change to their
I'm
lives. So that's
bringing it to
amazing.
you later to autograph. I told the kids I was coming back with your autograph.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, send my love to the kids. I think I'm going to say, first and foremost, 100%, my old kindergarten teacher, her name is Sharon Carbonell, but she was formerly Miss Diaz, and now she's Miss Carbonell. And she is one of the greatest, she's the reason why I'm actually right here right now, to be honest, because I was a very, outcast kind of kid, was very expressive, and no one kind of in my school really understood me or anything like that, and she was always super supportive, always had my back, was always looking out for me, tutored me every day after school, took me home. Her and my mom ended up becoming great friends, and she still is one of my dearest friends to this day. Like, I saw her recently here not here, but when I was visiting home in Florida, so I always keep in touch with her. And she was also the first one that literally said to my mom, hey, when I was 8 years old, she was like, hey, Jojo's been talking a lot about, acting and wanting to play with that, and I was having a hard time, my parents were having a hard time putting me in something. They would try sports, and they would try this or that or this or that, and none of it was really working. So she was the one that literally wrote down the number that was on the radio infomercial thing about acting classes and gave it to my mom and said, give this, take Jojo to this. And so I have her to thank for not only looking out for me at school and always having my back, even against other teachers that were not the kindest or weren't taking too well to me, but also just to my passions and what I love to do. So shout out Sharon Carbonell.
You're gonna go?
I was homeschooled, so shout out to the homeschool kids here. So my mom,
Mrs. Rogers.
yeah, she's way more patient. Well, sort of. She had a saying that was "shooky now," that she would just yell whenever she got frustrated. Yeah. It's just, there's 3 of us, and I don't think any of us were that like apt to do school, and so I cannot imagine. Like, she had no prior teaching history or training, so I just applaud anyone out there, teachers, but mothers.
Woo!
Let's hear for the moms, come on.
Yeah, woo! For me, I would say my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. George, because that was like when I started, I think I was like 8 or 9 is when I started having really bad anxiety. And I didn't really know what it was, and she was the first person that like really like held my hand through all of it and gave me like a stress ball the first time. And this like little thing that would like play in your ear and it would be like, you got this. And then she also introduced me to the guidance counselor, which was really helpful because I would go to the nurse every single day and be like, I think I'm dying. And they're like, no, you're not, go back to class. And then Mrs. George was like, I think it'd be better suited if you go to a guidance counselor. And I was like, okay. But yeah, she was so sweet, and she let us chew gum in class, which was awesome. And she was just like the best teacher in the world. So yeah, Mrs. George. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. So first, Jojo, I just want to say thank you for being so open about your identity. As someone who is non-binary, it's been really helpful to see someone in the spotlight be so open. My question for all 3 of you is, if you were a teacher, what subject would you teach?
Theater? I don't know if that's like like theater, depending on school. Yeah, I would want to be like a theater, like musical director. That'd be so much fun. But like actual subjects in school, probably like English, I would say. Yeah.
PE. 100%. Dodgeball up in this big.
But if you had to do like one of the core, like English, science, language, math, history.
Maybe science, that'd be fun. Dissect a frog or something.
Dissect a frog?
Yeah, maybe English. Yeah.
I think I would maybe do history. I think I teach history.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a teacher. I'd want to be like the cool guidance counselor, honestly. I feel like I'd want to be like the one that engages with kids and like helps them like not, like, I don't know, gets them back in touch with themselves. I don't know.
You can talk to me, I'm cool.
You can talk to me, I'm cool.
I'm
Kind of like,
cool
yeah, like that's what I would
teacher.
want to do. I'm cool, mom. You know, all the things. But yeah, that's. But if anything, history. Yeah, I think I was always into history.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Alright, so I have 2 questions just in case the first one's not allowed. But so the first one is, the show that you guys did was inspired by another show.
Right.
I'm just curious, how much of the original show have you watched? And if you're allowed to answer, what did you think of it?
I
I think you're allowed to answer. The show within the show, the original show. I am a really scared cat and like horror and like shows and movies really affect me. We were talking about that in our being great. I just cry watching anything. So, when the show came out, I was really scared to watch it. But in preparation of the other show, I watched a bunch of episodes, and they actually gave us like a guideline of what episodes to watch that had background on 2 characters that I will not name, you know. And so yeah, that's my answer. And I loved it. So yeah.
I watched 1 through 12. I don't think I finished 13. But yeah, because I thought it was over. Because for 5 fucking years it was the season or series finale, and then they would just renew for another season and then another season. And before I knew it, there was like 4 seasons to catch up on. And I was like, I can't do that right now. So, but I loved it. I really did. It was my brother and my like bonding show. So yeah, it's, 2 brothers. Pretty much my whole life, you know. No, we loved it.
I think my answer is fairly similar to Meg's answer when it came to once I was working on the newer one. I was kind of, told, because in honesty, my part in the new one was no part of the original one, other than maybe like a snippet of a moment that was mentioned of a character's name. And basically, I was really assisted a lot, quite honestly. Anything I needed was assisted, honestly, by a lot of the people that loved the original, like the fans. I got a lot of sources in that way, people tagging me and things so that I could keep up with what this means and what that means, and I understand. And I had a lot of great sources from the original show as well, with Jensen and Misha and everyone involved, even the people that weren't directly involved with ours. They were still reachable. We could and talk to them. But yeah, I watched a lot of the original episodes as well. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, Richard Spade's character is still very confusing. I still don't fully grasp it. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm from Texas, so I was going to ask, what is your favorite genre of music? Mine is very much country music, because that's what I grew up listening to, especially 90s country, and I was wondering if you guys had any of the same ideals, country music tastes.
Right. I've been starting to get into country a lot. We recently just went to Florida, went line dancing, and it was so much fun. I really want to learn it's a song called Church by T-Pain. Do you know that line dance?
I do.
Yeah, I want to learn that so bad. You think I'm tough? Yeah. So yeah, and then, so country, yeah, I'm getting into it. I just made a playlist called Yeehaw, and I'm adding to it slowly but surely. So yeah, but I listen to all, like, literally any genre of music I will listen to. I love music, so.
I feel like right now I'm very into like 70s soul, like Al Green, like stuff like that. Yeah. It's just super relaxing. And you drive like you're the main character. On the highway. So that's what I'm into right now.
Yeah, I would say honestly any sort of 60s to 90s like pop and rock. I really love those styles. I mean, similar to Meg, I am just so open to all styles. I really love listening to like soundtracks of films. I love listening to orchestral things of that nature as well. But if you had to put a genre, it would be like, it's a very broad one, but like 60s to like 90s, just like rock and pop music. That's what I would say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello. So when I got here, I was very excited to see that there was a furry convention because it seemed like an interesting group of people. But then somebody has suggested that there might be some cross-pollination. So if you were to have to do a panel at the furry convention, what would you choose as your outfit to wear?
I just saw one on a costume on the escalator, and it was like a red panda, and it was so cute. So I think I would do a red panda.
There was one that I think was definitely paying homage to Prince, considering it's in Minneapolis. So I think I would pay some sort of homage to like a Prince energy.
All purple.
It was like all purple suit. It was good. There was some like black curly hair waves in the back or something. So I think it was definitely paying homage to Prince, especially being in Minneapolis. So yeah, I think I would do something like that.
Probably like a snail. Huge shell. Couldn't like get through doorways. Wait, oh, it's not furry. No, there goes the purpose. Yeah, I'm still sticking with it. So a furry snail. Furry snail.
Yoinks.
Hi. So my question is, what do you guys do to relax or unwind? Like, do you read? Do you just listen to music? What's your kind of go-to? I like to, I'm always listening to music,
So I really like that. I love going to cafes. That's like every time I go somewhere, I'm like, what's the nearest cafe? I don't really know why. But I just love what's the word? Ambiance of a cafe. And journal. And now I've been getting into movies more so, like watching movies, but again, I get really affected by those. So I usually like watching cartoons. Except then you watch those cartoons that destroy you more than live action does, and yeah, so, yeah, that's what I like.
Well, yeah, aside from the first thing. I would say my biggest thing, similar to Meg with music, like if I have my headphones in and I'm just kind of like sometimes just doing things around the house, like cleaning up a little bit and having music playing is really helpful, or just doing the dishes and having music playing, like any kind of music that is like calming or soothing.
So I'm not familiar with everybody. However, Meg, I know you from a show prior to this. So my question is for you. Was it very difficult for you guys when you got a new little sister on your show, as it was for the audience watching, to be like, who is this character all of a sudden?
Right, yes, I do know what show you're talking about. We did 5 seasons with like the youngest daughter, and then in the 5th season they changed the younger daughter to a whole other actress. It was very, very interesting because it was during COVID times, and that was interesting in itself. And then there's like a new family member, so it was definitely hard to get used to. But the girl Giselle was so sweet, so it was really fun working with her. But yeah, it was definitely a change for sure. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching said show.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
How has your time on this stage been with the fine people of Minnesota? I am not surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, what a blessing they are to the tour. Drink